Good and decent people of YouTube, welcome to Political Drain. My name is Bruce Lively, and no, you're not crazy. Welcome to the Liar Liar Pants on Fire Rematch 2024 Iowa debate. In this corner, Nikki Haley brings up the website ronlies.com.
What we're going to do is, rather than have him go and tell you all these lies, you can go to DeSantisLies.com. Go to DeSantisLies.com and you can find out for yourself. Stop lying. DeSantisLies.com. That is not true.
She also, in her comment,
DeSantisLies.com. 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 It's a shame that we had to put up DeSantisLies.com.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. And in this corner, Ron DeSantis struggled to land a solid punch, criticizing her foreign policy record and stance on funding Ukraine over the southern border. And Jim, that's not a bad strategy. Unfortunately, DeSantis is a plastic mannequin, so none of his punches had any weight.
People like Nikki Haley care more about Ukraine's border than she does about our own southern border.
Nobody knows what he believes, because when President Obama was in office, he supported foreign aid to Ukraine. Now he's copying Trump and trying to act like he doesn't want to support Ukraine.
Nikki Haley is basically a carbon copy of what Biden is. It's an open-ended commitment. They want another $108 billion.
There's a reason the Taiwanese want us to help the Ukrainians, and that's because they know if Ukraine wins, China won't invade Taiwan.
We don't have enough resources being $35 trillion in debt to continue doing hundreds of billions of dollars.
Then I wonder why you raised the debt when you were in Congress.
And finally, as the crowd falls asleep, Nikki hits him with the label desperate and makes fun of how much he's spending in Iowa, but still somehow he's tanking in the polls. This is Bruce Lively, coming to you live from people. It's more of the same, predictable AF, high school level sniping with nothing to offer voters in substance or policy. Meanwhile, Christie bows out as gracefully as he could with a powerful speech and no endorsement of either Haley or DeSantis. Instead, he had a hot mic moment where he said Ron called him petrified, asking for his endorsement.
Yeah, I mean, look, she spent $68 million so far, just on TV. Spent $68 million so far, $59 million by DeSantis, and we spent 12. I mean, who's punching above their weight and who's getting a return on their investment, you know? And she's going to get smoked, and you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
She hasn't even been. And she's still 20 points behind Trump in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
And,
oh, yeah.
And he's still going to carry Iowa, right?
Yes. Always. I talked to DeSantis called me, petrified that I would.
Petrified that you would what? Endorse Haley?
While claiming that Haley had no chance and would be smoked. And quite frankly, in one of his best moments, Christie told the audience at a town hall in Windham, quote, "I would rather lose by telling the truth than lie in order to win," end quote. Excoriating his rivals for failing to confront Trump more directly. I agree. Because listen, they're not gaining any of the MAGA base, who will, definitely, without a doubt, vote for the orange orangutan no matter what. But they may give many primary voters even more reason to stay home, right? Blame the weather or something. And while all of this was going on, Fox News held their own town hall meeting with the coward and the biggest liar of all, Mr. Trump. He lied about saying he'll only be a dictator for one day, because we know that's not true. He told the truth about making money from China while he was a president, which directly is in a violation of the emoluments clause in the Constitution, but nobody cares about that.
There is this report, House Democrats, documents that say that nearly $8 million in payments to your businesses from foreign governments, China included, Saudi Arabia, while you were in office. They say Article 1 of the Constitution says you can't accept money from foreign governments while president. Would you pledge to divest from your business in a second term, as other presidents have done? So that's what they're reporting.
I own hotels all over I don't get free money. You know, George Washington was a very rich man. People don't know that. In his essentially White House, which wasn't built, but they had an office, he had a business desk and he had a country desk right next to each other. You're allowed to do that.
What else? Oh yeah. He also lied and said that he knows, quote unquote, knows who his running mate will be, but just won't say who. And honestly, if you still believe that lazy lie that sounds like it was crafted by a 5-year-old used car salesman, not to mention, it's the same lie he's used 1,000 times, like when he said he had a healthcare plan all written up, he's just waiting till next week to show you for 4 years straight, then I've got a bridge to sell you, because you've got to be the dumbest person left on earth. Anyway, look, part 2 of our absolutely amazing 5-part breakdown of Project 2025 is coming next Tuesday. And I promise you, unlike this last underwhelming and insignificant Republican audition for vice president, you're not going to want to miss this one. I'll see you on the next one.